Good morning, peoples. Sean here of the Detroit Diz. It's another great, beautiful day here in the D. Today is August the 21st, 2026, and it's 64 degrees out here in the D. Beautiful skies, sun's out, birds are chirping. It's still summertime, even though some people want to try to make it fall time soon. But yeah. So before we get started into our Disney stories here in a few minutes, I have a call to action, as always. And our call to action is we're trying to get to our first 1,000 subscriber goal, and you could help us along by just mashing that subscribe button. Just click the subscribe button. We really appreciate all of our subscribers, each and every single one of you. You guys are superstars. Trust me. And you guys help make the channel what it is. So if you don't mind helping us out, get to our first goal on YouTube of 1,000 subscribers, just by mashing that subscribe button, we really appreciate it. Okay, enough about that. So now let's kind of deep dive or have a dive into our stories, news stories, and what's going on at Disney. I know a lot's actually is going on. This is just like a slice, a sliver, a piece of what's happening that I'm going to be talking about. A couple of cool things, actually, and they're really, lots happening. D23 came out. We've seen some not lifetime, but we've seen some models, that were, shown at D23. We've seen a lot of ideas come out that they said they're going to start working on, such as Journey to Imagination. They're going to fix the Yeti, that's been broken forever. They talked about, all sorts of things that they talked about. They showed you a few ride vehicles, about, how they're supposed to look. You didn't really have them there for you to touch or get into or something like that. It was like they just showed you. They talked about all sorts of things at D23, and a lot more other than that is going on. I think they give you some construction updates about we're moving dirt here and the dirt is going there. Look, a lot of these projects are still kind of just starting out. They're they're just starting out. And that's okay, because, I do know that Disney did post that they made a lot of money in the last quarter, which is good. They need all the money. They're using all the money. I know ticket prices are high, but think of all the stuff that's becoming. It's a work in progress, and they're started a new land, Villain's Land, behind Big Thunder Mountain. And that's great. That's great. That's great news. It's another land for the evil people. No, they're not evil. They're villains. Villains. Some people, their heroes are villains, and some people, their heroes are really the good guys. The good guys and the bad guys. I don't know. Oh, anyways, all right. Enough about clamoring on about that. So Disney is rolling out a major update about the dining plan that where Kraft Heinz. That's they make a lot of products like ketchup, and I guess I didn't know this, Philadelphia cream cheese. Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah. So they're switching to make all their condiments and everything else like that, and a lot of their products at the Disney restaurants going to be Kraft Heinz. I guess they were the low bidder. They were the low bidder on providing you the best condiments. Look, if they're some people like mayonnaise, and some people like Dukes. That's the way it is. Just putting that out there. There are some differences in the tastes of some different companies' condiments. You know what I'm saying? Like some people may like a Velastic pickle, and somebody else may make like a different brand of pickle. I'm just putting them out there. Everything's not pickled the same. Just saying. So Disney filed a new permit describing what that could warn guests of things that are scary, or have them people that have like lighting disabilities, or stuff like that. They have said that they're going to have a way to people have like an input to what's happening or what's bothering them. I guess it's going to be part of the Disney My Experience app. You'd be like in the middle of the ride. I don't know how that's going to work out. I mean, don't they tell you that some rides that are going to have issues, you should, or they don't want your cell phone out on the ride, even though that people are probably taking YouTube videos or something like that. But anyways, for the most part, people are, that's not the issue on everything. But how are they going to do that? I mean, do you just will you have a device like they'll have different buttons and you're like scary, or the lights? I have a light sensing issue, or whatever the case might be. You know what I'm saying? How is that going to work? The setup allows the riders to flag things like flashy lights and drops beforehand, like. That's gonna look. The Pirates of the Caribbean, drop. It's in the dark, right? And everybody knows when it's coming. So Paul, you should, because if you've been on 20 times, you should know when the drop's going to be there. But a lot of people, they're from out of town, first time to Disney. I mean, that's a lot of people, first time to Disney, and they're riding the ride. And if I tell them, hey, there's gonna be a drop right now. It kind of spoils everything, and that's just my opinion. Okay. Anyways, also there's been a new technology that they're going to be able to. This is really great for fireworks, and I thought this was really most interesting patent that they're putting out is that Disney has a way. They're going to be able to project images on smoke coming from the fireworks. So all the billowing smoke, you see the fireworks are going off, there's this big giant smoke. Well, they're going to be they're able to, they have a patent, so they're able to do it, or the way that they do it is going to be patented, that they put the animations onto the smoke and then track the smoke, and then the animation would move. So as the smoke moves, the animation moves with them, moves with the clouds. I mean, that's really high tech stuff. I mean, that's kind of like how they do with the water, even though the water just falls, or it's a mist, and the light and the water, and then they make the animation on the water or whatever. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Anyways, and it adjusts in real time for the smoke and stuff like that. And then, the other day we were watching the news about how somebody sued for $50,000 because their EVC, or their for their mobility, to help them get around. They had like a scooter, and it's a drivable, wheelchair kind of thing, imajiggy. And so somebody was in a line, and they got their foot trapped underneath somebody else's scooter. Nobody probably tried to do it on purpose. It was just an accident. Well, they sued for $50,000. I don't know what's going to happen. Disney will probably just pay them off and say, I'm sorry about that. Maybe they'll comp them somehow, even more than more, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but needless to say, now we have TikTokers that are using the scooters and other things that are used for people that have serious mobility issues that need to use them, and they're, I guess, doing a TikTok trend where they use the scooters and all that other stuff. What the heck? And people are going nuts. I mean, I would go crazy because that's not fair to anybody else. And you shouldn't take away a tool that somebody else can use to make it easier for them to get around when you don't need it. And Yeah, I just can't believe it. So, these TikTokers, you're ruining it for other TikTokers and YouTubers and other vloggers when you go ahead and do dumb things like this. I mean, yeah, you're doing dumb stuff. So, this is what I have to say. It's unbelievable, the things that some people are doing to get attention, and yeah. So stop doing that. I don't know. They're probably not watching my channel, but that's okay. Stop doing that. So, I do have a couple people that do watch this for updates for sports. So let's jump right into sports. The Live supposed to be going to the Live Championship tour that was supposed to be happening next week, but that has been canceled. And Live is ending their season this weekend, not next weekend. And then some people, I don't know, some golfers might be transporting back to the PGA. There's a lot of talks here and there. I don't know what's going to happen with Live. I don't know. Secondly, if you like the Tigers, they're one game behind the wild card, 1.5 games, and they're really lost some other games. So, anyways, and so I don't know, they're you got to get it back together. All right, you guys, talk to you guys later and have a really great one. Bye-bye.